Miss Sandra, and I'm back with more business news, and a lot has been said today. It's about the State of the Nation address, and interestingly, conspicuously missing out of the President's State of the Nation address was the persistent depreciation of the Ghana cedi. What does this really mean? Joy Businesses. Philip Namfuri is here to break it down. Now, Philip, thanks for your time. The business community was actually looking forward to a statement on the city's performance and the way forward. But interestingly, it was missing in the President's State of the Nation address. Is that to shy away from the obvious?
Sandra, I'll start by saying this is above our pay grade. That's on a lighter level. But we would have expected him to touch on it's because it's of concern to a lot of people, mainly because we're an import-driven economy, and we've played back a lot of customer sentiments on the city. So the business community would have expected, because even though the Bank of Ghana manages the currency and they're an independent organization, it would have been nice that he mentioned the banking sector issues. He could have just checked that in for us to know what exactly they will be doing.
So were you shocked, like, we're watching and listening to the president today?
I was expecting something little on it, but I won't say I was shocked. I mean, he's the first gentleman of the land, so...
But is that to suggest that government is at its wit end?
I would say... I won't say yes, I won't say no. I would say it's above my pay grade. But, you know, it's a challenging issue looking at where they were coming from with regards to the promises they made to arrest the city, quote unquote. So yes, there are challenges there, but again, you see, I always point this argument out. The government itself is not directly responsible for the management of the currency. It's the Bank of Ghana. So yes, during political seasons, the candidates will come out and say we'll do this and this and this. But technically speaking, it's the Bank of Ghana. They might affect it in some way, but technically speaking, the Bank of Ghana has to oversee this, and they, that's the Ministry of Finance, can help do this.
With all this, I mean, having a stable currency is really important for the economy. But the president actually mentioned that the economy is stable. But without talking about the consistent depreciation, we know that the last quarter till now is about 4%. Can we then conclude that the economy is sound?
There are other fundamentals that make up the economy. So we can't cherry pick one and say because one is in trouble, the others are in trouble. We look at the aggregate of the economy, and if you look at all the indicators, from interest rates to inflation, to our trade surplus, or our trade balance, whatsoever, all are pointing to the right way. But we must hold this for a long time. If one goes out of gear for a long time, like the cedi depreciation, there are effects on inflation, there are effects on interest rates, and if it's not nipped in the bud, it will spread, and what we've made over the months or years will be wiped out.
Is there an issue of deal with it, businesses deal with it yourself, or...?
You see, businesses can take some measures on their own. The last time I mentioned use of forward rates. So instead of going to demand on the spot, you can come to an agreement with your supplier, with the bank, and you lock in a rate at a certain time so that when your goods are coming in, you don't feel the effects. That comes with its own cost. But big businesses can explore this. And for small businesses, that's what the problem is. It will be expensive to them. So they will be at the negative end of this thing. But ultimately, I think in the coming months, days, in fact, Bank of Ghana should come out with something concrete on how they are going to stabilize the currency.
Thank you for your time. I'm sure we are going to explore more on PMS first tonight with you, right?
We're going to talk about the state of the economy itself.
Right, so
banking issues, etc.
All right, thank you so much, Philip Namfuri. To other stories now, leadership of Coalition of Aggrieved Customers of Men's Gold in Kumasi are calling on government to charge the Financial Stability Council to look into quick payments of their locked-up funds. According to them, they're disappointed, and the explanation given by President during the State of the Nation address, they want the first task of the council to be finding ways of unlocking funds with Men's Gold.
So President Nana Akufo-Addo earlier today, for the first time, broke silence on the Men's Gold scandal, Men's Gold saga, if you want to say so. And we are here to speak to some of the aggrieved customers who for a very long time have been asking questions about how they can access their funds, get their monies paid again, at least some compensation, so that they can also go about their duties normally.
Although we were looking out for the president for quite a long time to have broken this silence, he did now. But all that we are saying is the president, the committee they've set, should be able to give us the details as to how we are going to get our locked up principals. That's our livelihood. People's entire investment locked up there. So we appreciate it, but he can do more. But to say that they will bring the perpetrators into justice is not just what we want. Majority of us just heard of SEC after this debacle. And for the president to admit that now they have the Presidential Financial Committee Council to make sure they stabilize our financial sector means the existing regulatory bodies are just there.
So for you, your expectations from the president during this particular State of the Nation's address were not met?
Exactly so, my brother. We are more interested in getting our money.
Yep.
So until the government gives us a well-planned, concrete layout for us to get our money, we're not going to rest and we're not going to be happy with the president.
Let's do other stories now. The new owners of ECG Power Distribution Services are set to formally take over the company from February 27. This was contained in a statement issued by Millennium Development Authority a while ago. George Wefe has the rest of the story in this report.
To the authority, a formal ceremony to hand over the assets would happen next Wednesday. The Millennium Development Authority also notes that the board of directors of ECG and the power distribution services anticipate a smooth transition and count on the support of Ghanaians for the takeover to happen. It is however not clear for now whether the new owners of ECG have reached any agreement with the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission on settling on the right tariff levels before the takeover of ECG. The challenge in agreeing on the right tariff levels had delayed the takeover, with some analysts arguing that it could affect the country's chances of securing the new compact from USA.
All right, so a lot has been said about the State of the Nation address today, but in a nutshell, what has the president been saying on the economy? Here are some infographics that we have been working on here for you. On that note, we say goodbye tonight on Business with me, Sandra Esinamapene. For more news, do log on to our website, myjoyonline.com/business for all the business updates. Thanks so much for watching and have a great evening.